Boom. Hey internets. So this is actually the second reminder as we're getting closer to the final, the end of the year. Okay, we're in the last quarter of the year, but as we get close to the end, I just want to remind you to put together your ideas and your executions for your end of the year sales. Okay, now every single company I've worked with, they know by this point we have the big chunks of what we're doing. The big major promotions that we're doing are set in stone. It's usually in my office, it's up on the wall, so I know exactly what we're doing. And the week-to-week dealings of how we promote on Shopify is kind of a separate thing, but I know the big things that we have scheduled. Okay, like those conversations have already happened. Now, here's the thing: if you didn't watch my other video on this and you've come to this video, the good thing is most of the brands watching this channel are startup brands. So one asset of being a smaller company rather than a bigger company is you can be more mobile and move quickly, okay? So please don't let the end of the year pass without you having really well thought of promotions for the end of the year. No mystery, as I talk about in my channel all the time, biggest sales happen in the last quarter of the year. In fact, when I was in Colombia, shout out to my boys, mi gente in Cali, Colombia. When I went to Cali and when I was in Medellin for all of June, I did a deep dive study into the economy there, which is very interesting. And this is probably all of South America. It probably includes Brazil. So companies that are a little less digital than Canada and the United States, they do more person-to-person transactions. So the crazy thing is, Julian, who's the founder of Dynamo, and I'll put a link to his brand hype episode so you could familiarize yourself with Julian and Dynamo. He owns 6 different retail in Colombia. Okay, he told me half of his sales come in December. Half of it, that's 50% of his revenue. He has 6 stores. He does 2 drops a month of new product. And those 6 stores are all in different cities in Colombia. Okay, so it should tell you something about the way people shop outside of the United States. Definitely not half for the average company in the United States, but a great portion of their sales derives from the last quarter of the year. Okay, you know it. Think about all the shopping you've done. If you guys own a brand, just as a consumer, besides running your brand, if you have another job or your full-time job and you're trying to run the brand, this end of the year is stressful because you're thinking of all the gifts you got to buy your kids or your nieces and nephews or your cousins, or if you're young in high school, you still have gifts to buy for your girlfriend, boyfriend, your friends, etc., right? So that's ingrained in our mind, and a lot of new brands will put this as an afterthought because they're not thinking, they're not putting their business in that mind frame where they're investing the time and the creativity into the promotion of what you're doing, right? So there's a lot of things that you can do if you just kind of sit down and block out time to think about what promotion a small company can do. Besides just putting ad spend on Facebook and Instagram on maybe holiday type media or video that you guys might be putting out. You can print out maybe like coupon codes that you can do digitally in an ad, of course, but since you're going to be out more on different events, people are going to be in a very festive mood. You're going to have everything from all the holidays, all the ones domestically, and then all the variations of it in other countries. But if you printed something that was a coupon code that maybe you could give as a gift to people, like more mass, but not as mass as just an impersonal post on your Instagram, people might think of it more where you're like, oh, I'm giving you a 20% off, or here's $10 off on any orders that are above a certain amount, or just straight gifting people. These are dollars that you can use specifically on my web shop, and then you can give specific codes for that, or however you do it, just to make it feel like a handmade card. You can mail some of those out. Maybe you have a list of the people who have purchased the most in your e-commerce, and you send them that. Maybe you make a video where you say, hey, Thank you for you're one of my top customers. So I wanted to send you this, and then you can do it digitally, but make a video for them, which makes a difference with the human touch. So a lot of small companies will complain, oh, I don't have the type of money that some of these big companies made. But there's another company that was in your shoes, both in economics and in size of your company, that eventually made it to a big company. So now in this age, in 2019, or whenever you're watching this in the future, you have to think about, for now, what tools do I have at my advantage, and what do I need to do, okay, to fully utilize that. Okay, that's a problem when people say Facebook and Instagram ads don't work. I don't think they're approaching it creatively enough. So again, we're driving into the end of the year. Make sure your sales and your promotions are on point. Be creative about how you deliver that. And don't forget to try to enjoy the process. Not only of this, but with your family and your lives. We get this day only. So I want you guys to enjoy, but I'm also, as your mentor, I'm saying, make your plans for the end of the year. Big bucks are made at the end of the year. If you're in South America, half your money is getting made at the end of this year. And happy holidays from me as well. I'm saying it early, okay? But your mind should be in the holidays, not only for the spirit, but also to move your business along, okay? You guys have questions on anything, drop it all down below. Like if you like, sub if you love, and follow me on social media when you have a chance. Hit the bell for notifications so you know exactly when all my drops are happening. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.